2, 1.
And my foot was just like dangling.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Yo! Hey, lady!
You don't have OCD.
You forgot your spaghetti!
You have OBCD. Okay, thank you. I didn't know my psychiatrist was on here. I'm actually starving. That should be my middle name. Amberlynn Hungry Reed. I don't know, I just feel so disconnected. She was like, you're healthy, but you are obese.
Hello? Is anyone home?
Yesterday, I uploaded a video talking about Foodie Beauty's latest live stream where she calls Beck a clout chaser.
Maybe it just reminds me of all the people that have done that to me. People you think are your friends or whatever, and then they go and make a reaction channel of you, like loser. No, not loser. Clout chaser.
She of course got lots of backlash for her comments, so she posted this to her community tab.
Please stop coming here and crying about me calling Beck a clout chaser. I don't care. It's also pretty crazy that anyone wants to compare me calling out actual physical, financial, and emotional abuse, being attacked physically, cheated on and given STDs, etc., to having to help a partner with personal care. I haven't talked or made content on my abuser for years. Meanwhile, Beck has continued to make her entire channel pretty much about reacting to reactions of ALR, which is obviously for views, and to continue the clout she had off of ALR's name. You don't see me talking about my abuser after being out of the relationship for so long and having processed what IT did to me, because I didn't process it while in it. ALR has been in 2 relationships since Beck. Time to move on, in my opinion. Anyway, that's the last I'll speak about them. I really could care less about Amberlynn drama. No offense. My fault for bringing it up, lol.
And less than 1 week after Slams dumped Amber, she is back on the prowl, on TikTok with her thirst traps and poorly edited breakup montages. And Brittany, Erica aka Valentine's wife, wants us to know the channel Yo Mama has been a top viewer of her content lately, and also posted this to her Instagram stories asking someone to please forward it to Amber. Someone forward this to Liar Lynn Peed. I don't cheat, and not because I can't, but because I don't want to be a reason someone stops believing in love. And I definitely don't want to be the reason someone stay awake all night crying. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I am grown, and at this big age cheating is immature and disgusting. And one last thing, remember the journalist from NBC that interviewed Zach and Amberlynn? And the article was supposed to be published end of December?
So I was actually supposed to have an interview yesterday with NBC. So it's an NBC article about girl world, Nikocado avocado, fat phobia, fat shaming, and YouTube monetizing that. And she also said that the article won't be published probably until like the end of December.
Well, it's now February and we have yet to see that article, and yesterday I was tagged in this post from peetzofsh on X. It says, wait, so you're telling me the journalist that is reporting on Amber and Zach is following Tommy? This is too much. Now nothing else has come out about this, and this is alleged, but I wonder if the journalist has fallen deep into the lore of Girl World. I'll definitely keep you updated, but in the meantime, let's take a look at Amber's latest upload.
Today is January 22nd, and I just wanted to come on here and update you guys because in my last vlog, like, I was going through mental health, and I still am. I'm trying not to let it like get in the way of my everyday life. Like, I really do just want to rot in bed, but I'm not gonna allow that.
I've seen a lot of people saying she was sad because Slams must have broken up with her prior to the very public breakup that happened on the 27th. But remember, this is immediately after Amber was caught following that incredibly disgusting and disturbing Instagram account.
And showered, put on a little bit of makeup because I do have quite a few cameos. I am going to be actress Lynn. Like, I'm so appreciative of anyone who is actually like buying my cameos because that's like your hard-earned money.
If I could just find like a normal job, I wouldn't post on YouTube anymore.
I really want to like give my all, even though like deep within, I am not doing the greatest. And last night, I cut my hair.
I would help her try to maintain her hair because it would get matted.
And it's honestly drastically helping with my hair. For the longest time, like I didn't cut it. So as much as I don't want to, because I'm still like down in the dumps, I'm gonna walk all the way to storage and I'm gonna put my Christmas stuff in there. Alrighty, I made it safe and sound. So I'm gonna take everything off my little wagon. Now I'm going to check my mail because I have a couple packages. It is January 23rd, so it is the next day. Absolutely hexicana. Valentine's Day is coming up.
I did get dumped for something that isn't my fault. Like, it's just...
I got these cute little wooden decorative pieces.
It's not even my fault. It's not even my fault this time.
And they just set up like this. I didn't really know if I wanted to talk about this because it is such like a heavy topic in the community, but I have been struggling really hard with my mental health and I have been vocalizing that. So I figured why not also mention this, but I do have a scheduled consultation with a therapist. It is someone who specializes in BPD and CTPSD, which I have both of those things. So the consultation isn't for a while, so that's why I was like, I don't even know if I want to mention this, but
I have a consultation with a therapist, which I talk about in my vlogs, and now you guys know ahead of time, but it's whatever. And it's like, how am I supposed to work on myself and heal while like being, for the lack of a better word, like tormented online? Like, how am I supposed to like ever move on from everything if everything is always brought up constantly? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, get a real job.
I really do need to see someone. Next day, it is January 24th. So many numbers, so many dates. I grew up in and out of foster care. I have 3 brothers. 2 of them were put in close adoption. One of them, it happened almost right when he was born. And the other one I lived with for a while. I actually saved his life when he was a baby. So when I was a little girl, my parents, they did like every drug imaginable. As a little girl, I loved Nick at Night quite a bit. We lived in a trailer, and in the middle room was the only room that had a TV besides a living room. So I was in the middle room. It was like my safe place. I was zoning out on some Roseanne, ironically enough, because I'm still obsessed with her. And all of a sudden, my baby brother was literally just crying his eyes out. And he was barely even 1, or he might have been 1, a little over 1, but it was like around that age. So I kind of just let my baby brother cry. I was expecting like my mom and dad to like wake up and, you know, feed their son, diaper their son. I think I was about 8 years old at this moment, so keep that in mind. I'm an 8-year-old little girl. He just kept on crying, and I was getting annoyed. I started turning Roseanne up. I'm like some little brat. I could still hear my brother. It was like freaking annoying. I started hearing like a cry that I wasn't used to. My brother's crib was in the living room, and it was next to these windows with these really big like curtains, and they had long strings on the curtains. I went out there to scream at them. But I look over at the crib and my brother is literally purple. And I saw the strings from the curtains were wrapped around his neck. Like hardcore, just like wrapped. I don't know how it happened. Obviously he did it. Like obviously the moral of the story is as gently but as fastly and as I could, I got the cords from around his neck and he started breathing again. It took like a minute. And like it was just like it's such a scary moment because as an 8-year-old, You don't think fast. I actually saved my baby brother because my parents were on so many drugs when I was about 9 years old, and my brother was choking really bad. He was in his crib. He was just a baby, and the curtain string was around his neck. He was completely purple, couldn't breathe, and I saved his life. I was 11 when Jonathan was put up for adoption, but my mom had a photo album from the time that I was actually in foster care. This actually shows my brothers, my dad, my grandma Judy, me during some visitations. Here is me, my brother Tony, and there's Jonathan again. And this is one of the last times that I got to see him. Here's my dad, Jonathan, Tony, and me. So me and Tony were not put up for adoption, because we were so much older and people don't really want to adopt older kids. Another big reason is my mom just didn't think she was a suitable enough parent to raise 2 other children. And here I am. So this was actually the curtain in the living room because that's the only place where we had room for the crib. So Jonathan's crib used to be right here, and this is actually where the curtain on the string wrapped around his neck, and I saved his life. And I was a good kid, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I need people to know that, like, mental things it's scary. Like,
There are girls outside right now that are taking selfies in front of a rock wall. This is my life, and I do what I want.